I'm using today's video as the trailer for my next public video, 3 advanced techniques I used in this particular painting. But in this short video, I just want to tell you a little bit about how I painted this black Friesian horse in watercolor. And thank you so much to Jessica Farron and Kelly Hambridge for their permission to let me paint beautiful Fantine. This painting took over 3 hours. So to really learn the nitty-gritty details, join my Patreon to watch it in real time. If you join my Patreon at the $3 level, you'll get the free reference and line drawing if you'd like to give this painting a go. And then if you join at higher levels, you'll get more access to more content. So let's get started. Here you see me applying masking, and if you don't know what that is, I'll link a video where I explain more about it. When you click it, it will cue it up for you and not take you out of this video, by the way. I used a limited palette of burnt sienna, lamp black, ultramarine blue, and Winsor violet. Here I'm doing what we call an underpainting of ultramarine blue, Winsor violet, and some burnt sienna mixed in. And then I paint the eye wet and wet so that it has a soft look. And then I use my lamp black to do the eyeliner and attach that all together. And then I'm using my favorite synthetic brush, Princeton. It's a Princeton Aqua Elite size 4 long round. And this little baby gets the most wonderful little points, so I highly recommend it. And you can find links to my favorite supplies in the description. And so I'm painting all the darkest little details. And by the way, I drew in the darkest shadows in my line drawing with a pencil, and you can paint right over that pencil because if you don't do that, you're going to get lost in all this bridal work. And the way to build up fur in a painting like this is to do it in layers or glazes. So now you'll see me putting a second glaze over the top of my painting. And so you have to let the first layer completely dry, and then you can do another light glaze over that. And then to build up the depth of values and detail and make this horse look really rich and the fur look really rich, that's how you can do it, by using layers and glazes of tea consistency paint. Here I put in a glaze of burnt sienna, and here I'm using my whisk brush, which I will talk about much more in depth in my new video coming out on Saturday that this is a trailer for. And then I'm playing with my synthetic black mix. I will link a video here where I talk more about a synthetic black mix where you can make a super dark mix that still stays transparent. And I was trying to decide whether to use that or my old standby black mix for the background, which is French ultramarine and burnt sienna. And so as you see the painting develop, I just continue to add more and more layers, let them dry, add another layer, let them dry, add another layer, let it dry. And that's why this painting takes so long. Now you can kind of see the masking in that brow band as I paint over that. And then I'm using my Princeton Aqua Elite to add more details, put in some dry brushing, and as you can see, as the painting progresses, I use smaller and smaller paint brushes. And then I use a soft scrubber to lighten the mane. Also keep in mind, I made an epic how to paint horses video. I will link that here. So for any of you who are wanting to learn how to paint horses in general, that is a really great resource for you. Now we're entering into the phase of the painting where I start to work on the details. I really get into the nitty-gritty of perfecting everything and making sure all my values are in balance to each other. And then I'm trying out this new little doohickey, which I will play with a lot more in my new video on Saturday. It's an electric eraser. And I'm just continuing to build up the values. I added a glaze of purple there over the bridle and the horse to kind of blend everything together to make everything hang together a little bit better, adding the tiny little details I like to call jewelry. Again, I have a video about what jewelry is and why it's so important. I used a white gel pen and some gouache to add some more white highlights. And there we have it. In a nutshell, how I painted this black Friesian horse. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to subscribe to my Patreon if you would like to learn from me more in depth. Subscribe, leave me a comment what you thought about this video, and I will see you next time. Bye, everybody.